And we are back. We are back. Thank you very much. Carolin, are you there?
Hello, everybody. Yes, I am.
Okay. Paulina, can we just pin Carolin's video? Thank you. Okay, so we are now going to talk about technology. And like I say, I am so passionate about everything that is happening currently in the technology space. One of the best things that's actually come out of this is never in my life will I have to worry about remembering an Excel formula again, because all the tools are now available for us to do that. As a small business owner, I have made quite an investment over the last, I would say, 8 months or so, in technology and learning how to use AI in my business. And when I say investment, it doesn't necessarily mean money. It means you have to take the time to learn how to use the systems, how to use the technology, but it is so worth it. Over the last, like I say, 8 months or so, I have probably freed up 4 hours a day where I used to do admin that I can now spend on developing customer relations. And I can see the improvement that it's made in my bottom line, the profitability that I have in my business, the amount of business that I get in. In South Africa, we are in Africa, actually, we are one of the areas where there is the lowest adoption of technology, across in the world. And it's so important that we start to make use of the tools that's available. There is so much that is available for free. It is, if we don't do that, we are going to fall further and further behind. So Carolin, I'm so excited to have you talk to us today about what is available. I'm going to hand it over to you right now and we can get started. If you have any questions, just pop them in the chats for us.
Hi, thank you so much, Elmarie. Yes, I'm excited as you are about what has been happening the last couple of months, especially. And I will share bits and pieces of that with you. But today is mainly going to be about leveraging technology for supplier excellence. Now, it's a big word, I suppose, but it all just means finding, knowing, using technology to help you be the better business out there. So my job today is to tell you how to use these, or what of these technology apps, programs, gadget tools are out there. Some of it, because there are millions, but I'm going to share some of it with you so that you can use them as well. I'm going to share those with you that I personally use in my business. I'm also a small business solopreneur, but also the technology that I help my clients with. So it's not something that is difficult to use. It's not something that you have to go and search for. I will propose some to you, demo some of it if I can to you on how to be the best one out there, to be visible for your clients, to share the important stuff with them, to keep your files, your data organized, like your client data and so on. There was a question about a CRM. I will show you how to go about that. And I will leave the recommendation to Mohammed. That's just the person talking straight after this. He has quite a good solution for CRM and a couple of other things. I'm going to share with you mainly how you can use what is out there in the technology field for free. Not everything is for free, but luckily a lot of software is out there for free. And if you need more, you can buy it. So it's sort of a situation of trying it out. Unfortunately, there are also lovely tools that I'm going to share with you, or not unfortunately, that are unfortunately you need to buy. Let me rather put it that way. So I'm going to try and help you today, or I hope I will, getting your business super ready so potential clients can notice you and want to work with you, and how you can use technology for that. So, how to make your business look awesome, how to use computer programs to help you do things. This is the important part, faster and better, so that you can spend time on other things in your business. In other words, use the technology available to help you. And an important part that I've put in here is how to keep learning, And Elmarie, thank you for mentioning how important it is to learn and to work with newer technology that can help you. I know we're all scared. We're not like change. I'm using this program or using this method and it's working for me. Perfect. There's a lovely book out there for many, many years. Who moved my cheese? Meaning something happened. I'm not doing business as I used to do it. So what happened? When we're always trying to, and I'm included in that, blame other things, the weather, the new business that started around the corner, and so many things. Winter in the Cape is always something that I used to blame and say people don't want to come out in winter. Now with online, it's not even a factor anymore. Point of the matter is, it's you that has changed. In the sense, so many things. For example, you're not adopting to the latest software or adapting to the latest software that is out there that can help you. That's where it comes in. So I'm going to show you a couple of computer programs, gadget tools that can make you stand out, that can make your life easier. It can help you communicate better with your clients. And the tools that can help you doing business out there will keep, for example, we'll keep track of stuff easily, knowing where all your things are. Now, things, what are things and what are stuff? It's all the data. Usually when I talk about data, people think, oh my goodness, I don't have data. No, it's just all your files, all your documents, which is pretty much the same, all your client data, and so on. Talking better to your customer, using special apps to chat and solve problems quickly. Paul mentioned about talk to the client, ask them what they want, what they need, instead of you telling them what you have for them and think that is great. And we tend to do so. I'm included in that. So go and talk to your clients, but sometimes they're not easily accessible. And a telephone call is not always the right thing. So how can I use technology to get to my clients, to talk to them? What apps can I use? Which tools can I use? And we're also going to look at making things faster, better, so that you can save money and make your customers happy. So that's what we have in store for you today. I have a couple of these programs, gadget tools, and so on that I'm going to touch. Here they are. This is just a summary: Microsoft, Google, ChatGPT, Sage, Canva, and so on. So what I'm going to do is to take you through the slides and talk about some of them a little bit in detail. Some of them I'm just going to touch on it. And then after that, I will show you, demonstrate to you a couple of these. I mean, time doesn't allow for all of them. And then, of course, in between or at the end, you are welcome to maybe ask questions or then reach out to me if you want. I have a couple of handouts that will reach you that will explain all of this in much more detail than I have time for. Right, so let's just get ourselves all on the same page, as they say lately. There are different types of programs. Believe you me, if I say millions, I'm probably quite right. You get word processing programs that you can use for writing letters, drafting reports, and so on. Then you get spreadsheet programs where you could do budgeting and forecasts and budgets. I've said presentations is exactly what we're using now. to show your client what you're talking about. So it's always good to see it in real life, in a picture, visualize it. There are email and type of programs, calendars, you're all aware of that. Browsers, so what the heck is a browser? Video conferencing like Zoom, for example, cloud space, and millions more. So let me just put this straight. You get the Google package, if I can call it that, or a group of apps. They call their docs, their word processing docs. They call their spreadsheet sheets. Their presentation, they call slides. Their email or calendar there's actually just, they have a separate calendar, and I'll show you that a bit later. So we're all very familiar with Gmail. Is there anybody out in this world that does not have a Gmail address? If you have a Gmail address, you have a Google account. If you have a Google account, you have access to these, but a bit more about that later. The browser of Google is called Google Chrome. We all use that. We Google all the time. Google Meet is one way of video conferencing, maybe not that familiar. Zoom is pretty familiar or well known. And then the cloud space, we all need cloud space today because anything can happen now to our computer. We can lost our data. So put it out there in the cloud. You do not have to always pay for it. Do it, use it as a backup. That's one of the tips of today. And G drives allow you, if you have a Google account, for free, 15 gigabytes. I know it's not a lot, but heck, it's something. Then there's the Microsoft package. Now, Microsoft called their word processing program Word, their spreadsheet Excel, their presentation PowerPoint, their email with the calendar included Outlook, their browser they call Microsoft Edge. It used to be Microsoft Internet Explorer. And then Teams is one of the, like Zoom, like Teams, Zoom, and Google Meet, they're all the same type of thing. They can't do exactly the same, but that's a way that we can communicate with our clients if we can't go and see them in person. And then OneDrive is the cloud space for that. And then I'm not going to go through that, but I just have to mention, being an Apple fan, Apple also has a couple of apps there, pages for word processing and so on. And their video conferencing, which is not really video conferencing per se, but you can't share a screen, for example, as we are used to in other apps, but they call their communication interface, they call FaceTime. And then, of course, they use you call their cloud space iCloud. So I hope this gives you a little bit of a picture of what is out there and how does it fit into one another. The handout is also available for you there. One of the apps I would love to show you and talk to you today about, it's completely free up to a point, but honestly, I've been using the free one before I got the paid one, which is so much affordable today, is Canva. Canva you can use to create professional designs with ease, honestly with ease, drag and drop, enhancing your marketing and your communication efforts. And I will show you an example of that. For example, you can do visual appealing newsletters to communicate, to share with your customers on a weekly, monthly, daily basis. Well, no, most probably not daily. That will be quite time consuming. You can do social media posts like Facebook, Instagram, and so on. And I'll show you an example of that. You can make gift certificates. You can make ebooks. You can make lovely event invitations, all in Canva instead of going to a graphic designer. Up to a point, you will not believe how user-friendly that is. Then there's another app where you can do your accounting, create professional looking invoices. Many people I know do it in Excel, nothing wrong with that at all. But if you go to Sage 1, it's an online app, which you have to pay for, that's for sure. But that can make very professional invoices for you, track your expenses, you can capture all your expenses there. It can manage your cash flow, it can make lovely forecasts for you, trial balances it's called, and it's previously, or not previously, but it's also very well known as Pastel Sage 1. So Pastel is now called Sage. You get the desktop version, it's extremely expensive. Online version, far more affordable, and it can help you with everything, and I will show you that as well. Then there's MailChimp. MailChimp I've been using for 15 years, and MailChimp you can use to send out your newsletter. An example, you make your newsletter in Canva, and you add it onto MailChimp, and you can send up to 500 newsletters on MailChimp for free, 500. And then if you need more, you can buy more. Then you start paying for it. And I'll show you briefly what that looks like as well. And there are all the links to that app. It's also only an online app. You can't download it. And yeah, as I say, you can send anything out that you would like to communicate with your clients instead of sending one email to every client or putting everybody's addresses in the two space there. And I will talk to you about that as well. So yeah, MailChimp, I highly, highly recommend it. Then let's talk about Google Apps. As I've mentioned, we all have Google. I mean, I honestly can say 95% of everybody in the world, I think, has a Gmail address. You have it, you have Google access to these Google Apps. They're also for free. What you do is when you signed in online on your browser, Chrome or Microsoft Edge or a couple of others that they are available, you will click on these dots over there, the 9 dots, and that will give you access to this list of apps. Now, I'm just going to mention a couple of them to you. You're all familiar with Chrome. That's what we use to Google if we don't use Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. We all used to Gmail, definitely. We all used to YouTube, and I'm saying we all, many of us. When you take a picture on your phone is also can be linked. If you sign in on your phone with your Gmail address, you can have your all your photos that you take with your cell phone, you can have it there. So what that means is you can take a picture of, for example, your workshop that you of your business, and then you can share the picture and send it via Gmail to your clients, or take that picture online, because if you have it on your phone, it's also available online. If you go to those dots at the top right hand side, and you can add that picture to Canva, to MailChimp, to your email, whatever you have to do. So make it live and let people know you out there. This is what my workshop looked like, or this is what my secretary looks like. Share things like that to make people your potential clients, part of your business. Google Meet, I've mentioned, where you can talk to your client instead of visiting them, if that is not possible, to hear what their pain points are, meaning what are they struggling with, what do they need from you, not what you can give them, as Paul explained, very important. And it took me a while, and I'm still struggling with that. But I'll talk about that in a little while as well. There's a calendar. I lately have a session with a client that says he keep on forgetting his appointments. Calendar, totally for free. It's on your phone as well. It's on your computer. Put your appointments on there. Put a reminder on, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. It can even remind you 10 or 15 minutes before the appointment starts, which means you can never be late. You don't have to be late. Right. So, and then contacts, you could put all your clients in there. It's not a CRM, but it's at least a way to start to have all your clients together with their name, surname, telephone number. What do they do? How did you meet them? What do they need? And all of that. So many more things. And it's all for free, available to you, which you can start using today because you have it, most probably. As I've mentioned in that layout, you can use doc sheets and slides. If you don't have any other like Microsoft Word or Excel, docs and sheets does exactly the same as that. And it's all online, and you can even work on it together if you have someone. Put everything in a cloud, guys. It's a backup service where you don't have to worry about losing any documents that you've created. Because that I get all the time. People, their laptop gets stolen or it breaks and now they've lost everything. Impossible if you've made a backup in the cloud. Absolutely impossible. 15 gigabytes by your free of charge Google Drive. Then there's also Keep. That's a app on Google where you can make notes. The important one I want to mention to you today, totally free of charge, and please go there. Go click on those dots at the top right-hand corner and go to Business Profile. It used to be called Google My Business, where you can sign up for free, mention your location, and after that, when people start Googling a business, they will most probably also end up on your space in the cyberspace, all for free there for you. So go and register Google My Business or then your business profile. Sites, this is where you can create a very, very, very basic, free of charge, attached to your Google account website. At least just, it looks a little bit like a glorified Word document, but it's fine. To start off with, make sure you're out there. When people start Googling, you might not end up in the top ranking of all the results coming back to you, but at least it's a good start. The more people start using it, share their website, your website address with them. If you don't have a more professional website, go to sites and create that for you. Google Ads, be careful, it's very costly, but you can place Google Ads to advertise your business and to at least let people see you. But be very mindful if you start using that, but it's part of your Google app. Then Microsoft apps. Now, I know of many, many people that use Outlook to send and receive emails, but Outlook is far more than just that. It also has a built-in calendar and a task list that you can do, and I'll show you something on Outlook in a little while. Excel is where you plan and budget and so on. We're all used to, we're not all, but many of us are used to these apps. And PowerPoint, where you can make presentations, exactly the program I've used for this presentation I'm sharing with you. OneDrive, if you buy the Microsoft package, you have 1 terabyte, guys. That is so much. I mean, I struggle to fill it all up, and I have lots and lots of years of documents and photos and everything, all of that to keep record of. Teams is the one where it's far more than just one of the masterclasses in March is where I talk about Teams compared to Zoom and so on, and Google Meet, where you can share and meet and chat. But the one I want to share with you today especially is one that's not that well known. As with Google, sorry, I didn't even mention that, there's also a Forms app on Google, but there is also a Forms app on Microsoft, where you can, for example, instead of writing or asking your clients, what do they need, what are their problems, make it professional, set up a form, and I'll show you. I hope time allows for everything I want to show you. So make use of the forms also in Google. Please don't forget that, where you can easily create a very professional looking form where you can ask questions and gather data from your clients or potential clients, maybe asking your clients at the end of the year, is there anything that I can improve on, or whichever way you want to formulate that, so that you keep in touch with your client and let them know you are still out there. And it's a good idea with things like that I'm going to share, to send out to your clients, especially if you haven't heard from them for a while. Maybe they just don't need your services for a while, to make them aware, oh, she still exists, especially in the COVID time. People used to think that many businesses closed down and has had to, But yeah, make them aware of the fact that you still exist. Bookings, what an amazing app we have. In the Microsoft 365 package, we have a bookings app, or part of it, which links automatically to Outlook calendar, where you can have people, you can schedule your day or your week or your month, and send the link or put it at the bottom of your signature, maybe of your email signature, where people, potential clients can make bookings without phoning you and you have to answer, or you need an assistant to answer that, or send a mail and want to make an appointment and you have to take the appointment and put it in your Outlook calendar. No. Use bookings, save that time, set it up, and then you can let them make appointments online for you. Especially handy for hairdressers and all of those people that works according to appointments every single day. Planner is something, or an app that you can use for projects. So if you have a certain project that you have to make notes of or want to keep track of or make sure how you're progressing, that Planner is a super little app. You don't even need, for example, Microsoft Planner. It's just far too complicated, which is excellent. But Planner helps you organize all this tasks. It's like a to-do list, but just that it has the start date and the end date, and it shows you the bar of how it's progressing. Absolutely amazing to use. All part of what you most probably already have and you don't even know about it. And I'll show you where to find it. List is also something that you can use. Sway is a very favorite app of Elmarie, where you can create reports and presentations and all of that free of charge there for you, included in your package. I'm just saying you don't have to go and buy an extra program in which you can do these presentations. It's also something like creating a newsletter and so on, and reports and stuff. Absolutely amazing, easy to use online app for you, Sway. Clipchamp is where you can make and edit videos. Very user-friendly. Once again, I know to me it sounds very easy because I work with it every day. I will not say easy if it's really not user-friendly. There are apps, programs, and gadgets out there that is quite tricky to use and so on. This is super straightforward where you can make videos. Why would you like to make a video? So I'm falling into the trap here, Paul, telling you about this wonderful app, and I can teach you how to use it. But why would you need it? Make a video and send it to Facebook, or put it on Facebook, or send it to your clients, telling them, showing them around what your business is about, instead of sending a document. We're all used to a document, nothing wrong with that. But people don't really know or have the time to read it. If it's a short, interesting video, post this, make a video with Clipchamp or with your phone, doesn't matter. Put it on Facebook and see the results compared to your other posts. You will be amazed about that. So there's something that you can use. Loop is for thinking, planning together, collaboration within your company. I'm just mentioning these quick because time doesn't allow me to go in each of them. Power Automate is also an app on Microsoft 365. Please use it. You can have certain tasks that needs to be done automatically happen. For example, if you have to, people have to apply in your company for leave, they can fill out the form online. That form, once it's submitted, will then be sent to their manager, for example, or their supervisor. After that has been approved, it will be sent to, let's say, the CEO of the company, if that is the way that you work. If you're smaller, you can just use that in a smaller version of what I've mentioned. Everything then happens automatically. Yes, you have to set it up. This is the sequence for leave forms, but no need to email it around, put it on desks. It can all be automated, saving you time, so that you can do something else in your business instead of doing a lot of admin and paperwork, which I don't think is one of the favorites of many people to do, but it needs to be done. So use the technology to help you with that. Is there a question? Okay. Then machine learning, before I start with the showing you how to of some of these things. As Elmarie also mentioned, AI came into this world many, many moons ago, but for the last couple of months, yeah, let's say 8 months, give and take, it's been in our faces, helping us to do things much easier and much better, and I will show you about that. Although today's session is not about AI, I would love it to be, but it's not. Machine learning. So it's machines, computers, systems that's been learned to do things and to respond in certain ways to help us making our lives better. And I do believe you, Elmarie, the 4 hours that you've mentioned that you save every day, it is the honest truth. And I'll give you a little peek on that. Artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence, there's a couple of apps and gadgets and things there out there that you can use. There's actually not a couple. There are literally hundreds and thousands. You get so many websites nowadays, www.ai. You can go and Google that. You can go and have a look at that. It's a lot. But the one I want to mention a couple to you. One of my absolute favorites, ChatGPT. It's like having a smart assistant. If you haven't heard of it before, go to ChatGPT, to that website over there. It is that link. Register for ChatGPT. It's totally free. There is a paid version, but totally free. And start using it to save you time. It can help you write emails and reports, and I'll show you. Blog posts, give explanations on certain topics, creating social media content, and so on. It's just mind-blowing, time-saving factor you will not believe. And it will put it in a proper English, especially for those of us, like myself, who has English as a second language. It's not always easy to know how to properly write it and business-like, and am I using the right tenses and grammar and all that? It's always been a worry of mine. Not anymore. I cannot tell you how much time I save and with how much confidence I can put things out there. Communicate, reports, posts, anything. It's just mind-boggling. Now, the very similar of ChatGPT is our Google app or tool about AI, doing pretty much the same job. It used to be called Bard, but it's now called Gemini since last week. And you can go there, and I'll show you now. And you can also let it generate content for you, or do storytelling, which I mean is put things in a way that people find it interesting in which you talk. We tend to be very formal in our business language communication, which is good, but you want to attract people's attention, especially potential clients. So let ChatGPT and Gemini use it for you. And then there's also Copilot. Now, Copilot is available in Windows. So if you go to Microsoft Edge, you have to be in Microsoft Edge. And the front page nowadays, the very home page of Microsoft Edge, will allow you to use Copilot. It's similar to ChatGPT and Gemini. And then there's also a brand new available for us normal people since the 16th of January, which makes us so excited. Within Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and all of those that I've mentioned and not even mentioned, there are so many. You can now use AI built in called Copilot, which will help you to summarize documents and so on, so that you don't have to do that. Writing, editing, creating data, managing your inboxes, you can go to town with that. Right, it's not thank you yet. So let me go and stop my slideshow and hit over to the first thing that I want to show you. and that is Canva. I'm not going to give you a full demonstration. I'm just going to show you www.canva.com. Oh, I must have maybe taken a breather here. Elmarie, I don't know if there are any questions yet. Sorry, I can get on a roll, you know me.
We don't have any questions, but what I
Okay.
do want to say is I just want to say that we have done a session on Canva, and that video will be made available, through our video library. So guys, that will all be shared with you afterwards.
Yes. There is a video, but there are lots of new things in there. All the AI components has been built in. So here you are. It's totally for free. You just have to sign up with your Gmail address if you like, or your business address. You don't have to pay for it. You'll notice there will be a little crown sometimes, which means this is the paid picture or whatever you have to use. So for example, I mean, guys, you can have all sorts of social media posts, your Facebook posts, everything there that you can use. You can even create websites with this. You can create nice documents instead of using Word or Excel, or Word or Docs of Google. So over here are some of my, just to save a bit of time, I've made myself a signature, added to my signature, and I also send this out to my clients at the beginning of the year, which also WhatsApped it to them and just say, kicking off 2024 with fresh energy, our main focus is this, that, and the other. And I've used Canva to make that. So I've just created, chose one of the options here, there at the beginning, and then let me just add a page here. And then I chose one of the templates on the left-hand side, and I filled in, let me just try and find something, grand opening. Look at that. Maybe it's not your colors, you can tweak that. Maybe it's not your font that you use. Maybe it's not the wording that you want to do, but all you do is you just click and you type your own wording. After that, you can download it, but go and have a look at that video. It will show you it in much more detail on what you can do. So this is what Canva looks like. Create Facebook posts and whatever else is needed. Let me just move this out of the way. So let me show you what MailChimp looks like. With MailChimp, you can put in all your contacts, and this is for free as well. Remember that. You can put in all your contacts, the names, the surnames, and the telephone numbers, and especially the email address, because you're going to email it. MailChimp. It's a tool. So this can help you. It can give you analysis. In other words, what is working, what is not working, how many people looked at your email that you've sent out via MailChimp. So you can go and create this, for example. You can see this is created by Canva, and then you can import it into MailChimp. And what MailChimp do for you is it send one email to all the contacts that you have. So it's far more professional than doing it in Outlook. And of course, far more time saving that you can have. So these are all pages that I've created introducing AI to people. I want them to attend a masterclass. This is how much time it's going to save you. So I'm trying to convince them all the way what is in there for them. Why would they use it? Not because I think it's cool, which I do. So here we go, and you can do that with MailChimp, creating it in Canva, dragging it in here. But you can also create that in MailChimp, like a newsletter or so on. You don't have to go and create it in what do you call it? In Canva. You don't have to. I'm looking for something that I want to show you. So here you can, it even gives you a creative assistant where you can click on it on the left-hand side, and here you can import your brand. If you maybe have a website address with certain things and you can try a sample brand, you can upload it. And as with Canva, it's drag and drop. There's a template, and you can just drag and drop, change the text, change the colors, change everything that you want. That is MailChimp, just to show you what it looks like. That's my main idea. So if I go over to Google, when you've clicked on those dots at the right, on the right-hand side, top right-hand side, when you've signed in, these are all the different apps that are available in Google. I've mentioned a few to you, but look at these, look at this, and they're all for free. Up to an extent, the majority of them are for free. Looks like there are a couple of questions now coming in. Google, you can book flights with this. There's your Google Meet. You just go and click on it and off you go. Google Workspace, there's your Keep where you can make notes. There's your sheets and your slides and everything. And honestly, you've just clicked on the 4 dots. So let me just go google.com, show you I'm not lying. So if you go to the dots right there, it's called the Google App Launcher. There are all your apps, and if you go for there are for more, it will take you to that big gallery that I've just shown you on what you can do there. So let's go to Google Forms. I hope I can find it easily. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh, I think this is not going to take me exactly where I want to be. So let me rather go back here. Okay, no, that is not going to work. Okay, I'll show you in Forms, in Microsoft. So, and that brings me to the next point. Microsoft 365. The link was on the handout that you most probably gonna get. Just pardon me 1 second. And that link, if you do Microsoft.com on your browser and you press enter, you sign in with your Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you just sign up for free with your existing email account. And all the apps are available, or many of the apps, many of them. I don't always want to say all, because then maybe it's not everything, but it's a lot of them. All these apps, once again, all will be for free. They will be for free, but if you need to use them on your computer per se and download them, as we used to do, you need to buy the package, and there are different packages that you can buy. So here they all are. I've only mentioned a couple to you, but here they are. So let me show you how the forms works. So where you can gather information, where you can ask questions, when you can do quizzes, all of them. So here they are. I'm just going to show you 1 or 2 things here. You will create a new form, or you will create a quiz, or you can even import something that you already done in Word. But let's not go there. Here it is. So you can say client experiences. I'm always trying not to type, because that takes a while. So you can have a first a question on this form of yours, asking a text question where people have to put in their name and surname, right? And then we're going to do next question, which is going to be rating, where you can ask, I mean, you can choose the wording yourself. Please rate our service, or our masterclass, or our service that we've done. You can have it them choosing stars. You can have it in numbers, where you can have different levels. Guys, did I lie? No, I didn't. It is super, super easy for you. You can have all sorts of flags and anything you want, but stars, I think, is a good one, where your customers can rate you. And so let's just stick with those 2. Time allows. Go to preview to show you those. I mean, look at this. How professional is this? Save you a lot of time, and you can send it out. It gives you a link. This is what it looks on their computer. This is what it will look on their mobile app. It's part of your Microsoft, and it's very similar to the Google Forms as well. You send the link out there, they complete it online, on their computer, on their cell phone, on their iPad or tablet, and you can look at all the responses. There you go. You can look at all the responses, how you've been rated, or gathering questions about whatever you need. Microsoft Forms, one of the many apps out there that you can use. So let me now head over and give you a couple of suggestions and hints. Let me head over to Microsoft Outlook. So Microsoft Outlook is the, let me just go there. Oh, sorry. Microsoft Outlook is the email calendar program of the Microsoft 365 package. Now, one hint I want to give you to differentiate you from all the other possible people that want to provide the same service. The lady that I asked the last question looks like she really has difficulty with standing out there. Now, one of the things you can do is when you create a new email, when you start typing a new email, please make sure that it has a signature. In other words, I cannot tell you how frustrating it is, to me at least, when you go for your making an email, creating an email, and I get the email, you send me an email, I get the email. Yes, I have you on my phone, most probably. But how handy it is to clients if you have a signature with all your data here, with your cell phone number. So they read the email, they maybe want to contact you or WhatsApp you, and they have it straight there. They don't have to go look for it. Because if they start looking for it, they may forget, they might find another client on the list and say, oh yeah, remember, they also supply this. Let me try them first. But if your number is out there, it's easy for them to just use it. That's on Outlook, something I want to mention. Now let's go to Microsoft Word. This is going to be a handout for you. So I just want to show you how you can communicate with your clients, making a list like this, for example. These are all the Microsoft apps, and I've made a document to let you go through all these apps instead of me talking you through it. There they are. Look at this. Look at this. Every single app out there, maybe there are 10 more, but it's more for bigger businesses, not for our small fries. So Excel is building a spreadsheet to plan, and then I tell them what is in it for them to start using it. It lets you organize data in rows. You can use it for everything, for tasks. There is, let me take one other one here, bookings, forms, lists to do, planner, Sway. Okay. Why would you use Sway? Why would you use Designer, one of the apps? It's a graphic design app, that's Designer. So it's pretty much like Canva, but Canva is huge, guys, and amazing. You can quickly produce professional looking designs. So I'm telling them in the bulleted points, why would they use it? I think it's cool. I want them to come and do the training with them and use it. But what can it help them with? It can quickly make professional looking designs. Oh, yes, my designs are really not good. So let me go and try Designer. It's part of my Microsoft Office package if you have the package. I don't know if a proper one in Google on those apps, but oh, guys, Canva is your go-to place. So use your Microsoft Word document, not only for writing letters and stuff, but also for making lists like this, standing out, having it very structured. I believe in structure, so that it's easy for everyone to read, all the apps on the left-hand side, bulleted points on the right-hand side, and so on. Okay, so now before I carry on with anything else and explaining and demonstrating it to you, if there is more time, but I also need you to ask questions if you have, let me go and show you what, unless there's a question now, Almarie, otherwise I'm going to go and show them a little bit about ChatGPT. and how it can be used.
Yeah, I think can we just keep the questions for towards the end, because I think this chat
Okay.
GTP is really important and I don't want us to miss out on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. So with ChatGPT, I gave you the link in the presentation and the slides will be there. So you would go to your browser, Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome, and you'll type chat.openai.com and you'll register for free, and off you go. So now this is what it looks like if you have not yet come across it. And when you look at, I just want to get this out of the way. When you go to Copilot, it's also in your browser, copilot.microsoft.com. This is what it looks like. And Gemini, this is what it looks like. And it pretty much do very much the same job. Right. So let me give you an example. There was a question, so I'm going to copy and paste now instead of typing because that takes too much time and I can make mistakes, which I don't want to do today. So let me go to a question that we got in Paul's session. Can you recommend a CRM for small business? Now, guys, we all know Google. We go to Google and we type in CRMs for small businesses. Perfect, fine. It worked all the time in the past and it's still working. But if you take this exact question, we call it a prompt, and you go to your ChatGPT, and over here it says, ask ChatGPT any question. So I'm just going to paste instead of typing. That's all I'm doing. Please recommend an affordable CRM. So it's more like conversation style than in Google where I just type keywords. Affordable, that's what I want. CRM for small businesses. So let's see if I hit go, like on your WhatsApp, you send the message. What does ChatGPT comes up with? It's a machine learning tool, and it has, oh, look at that, and it's sort of asking a question and getting a summarized answer instead of in Google where you ask a question or where you type keywords and it gives you different websites that you can go to, which is pretty awesome. But in ChatGPT, it gives you a summary of what is out there. And one of them that Paul mentioned that is a bit expensive, he said, is fresh sales. Now, there are many more. So ChatGPT says, for small businesses, Almeri, please just stop me if you need to go on with the questions. For small businesses, especially solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, yes, that's what I want. Keep costs down, absolutely. A CRM, now what is a CRM? Many people don't know. It's a customer relationship manager, a management tool. So it's like having all your names, surnames, and telephone numbers and all of that, like contacts, but pretty much more than that. And here are a few affordable CRMs that offers good value. So it's Zoho, and you can now you can Google that and it will take you to the website address. Hotspot, Insightly, all of those, maybe some of them are not exactly what you want. So you can go to ChatGPT and say, do you have more? Or you can just say more, please. Yeah, I love saying thank you and please. And ChatGPT also likes that if you ask. There are more. Of course there are more. There are thousands out there. So they only gave us a couple. I don't know what the criteria is. So there they are. And you can now go to Google and type in every word or copy and paste, and then it will take you to that website and you can go and check it out. Mohammed will also introduce to you straight after me a CRM that is available. Right. You can ask, yes?
Sorry. I don't want to interrupt, but we only have 10 minutes left. And
Okay.
what I want to ask you is, can you put in your website address? Say, please go and have a look at this website address and write a short introductory email to a corporate client. I just want to show people how awesome this is.
Okay. Can I do yours?
Yes.
www.
Clinic with Purpose.
Yes, thank you. Clinic. Oh, guys, that's why I copy and paste. Clinic with purpose.com. And Elmary, what was the last part?
And write a short introductory email to a
Okay, just
new
a moment.
client,
Short introductory email to
a potential new client.
potential new client. Okay. All right. I also have a similar one, which I maybe show you potential new client. And this is ChatGPT for free. Click and see what it gives you. It's doing its thing. Now it's first using Bing. That's the search engine of Microsoft. And it's looking at that website address. Now, while it's doing that, oh no, too much. Here they are. And look what it's doing. It's taking your website address where all your data is, Elmarie, and all your services and everything that you do. And it's writing an email or a proposal. What would we ask for? Introductory email. It's writing an email that you can use. I hope this message finds you well. Please just take that out. It always starts with that. I'm reaching out to introduce Clinic with Purpose, a platform that's dedicated. Our unique approach connects you with industry experts. We understand that you do this, that, and the other, and so on. And at the bottom, so you can copy this, put it in your email, put your name, or if you have a signature, you don't even have to do that. Thank you, Elmarie. Excellent example of what you can do. Right.
Actually,
Yes,
Jonane, the free version does allow that. So
absolutely.
this is the free
Absolutely. Yes.
version. You don't have to pay for it.
No, you don't have to pay for it. Okay, let me just check, Elmarie. I just want to do one more. I can
Yes.
ask ChatGPT. I go for a new chat and I ask ChatGPT to create a Facebook post for my business to introduce AI, artificial intelligence, to my Facebook followers. So instead of you writing or thinking, what can I write? How can I do this? And this is a Facebook post. You can alter it, you can tweak it. I'm excited to chat about what I can offer you. Make sure it's not too boring. You can ask ChatGPT to generate. So what do? You take this wording, you copy it, you go paste it in Canva, and to make it nice and colory and all sorts of things, and with pictures and all sorts of things, and then you can just post it on Facebook instead of writing this boring there. So go to Canva and do it. So they say, I'm excited to chat to you about this. Imagine having a smart assistant that could help you tackle complex problems, streamline your daily tasks, and even boost your creative thinking. That is exactly what AI per se, ChatGPT, can do for you. A very last one, Elmarie, here. I'm not going to take up the first one because it's pretty much like yours. I can say oh, guys, there are so many examples. I want to start a second business. Give me a list of ideas of fast-selling products. I want to start a sales business. So it's going to give you a couple of that. And Elmarie, I'm going to end with that. So while it's doing all the Okay, now it's based on my business, unfortunately, because I've put in some background data for it. But here it comes with, you can do online courses and seminars. Oh, I'm already doing that. Okay. Technical accessories that you can sell. You can make ebooks. Yeah, that's a good idea. And so on and so on. Right, guys, that was fast, I know. And but I hope it gives you a little bit of what I have, and let's see if there are any questions that I can answer for you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions? I just see people are saying, they can't wait to get the presentation. They think you're amazing.
Thank
Carolin,
you
can
so
you just
much.
explain the difference between, the Microsoft 365 on your desktop and then the web version?
Okay. The web version has exactly the same tools in it, exactly the same opportunities. It's just instead of installing it on your computer, it's just on www.microsoft.com. And the other main difference of that is it's for free. You can use that for free. You might not have every single app for free, but the majority of it is for free. And then the last excellent opportunity of that, which you also have on the desktop version, is that you can share that document with someone else, a colleague, a friend, a client, doesn't matter. And they and you can work on that particular document online at the very same time. So you can see, oh, now they're doing this and they're changing that and so on. So yeah, that would be, does that answer the question, Elmarie?
Yes, I think there was a concern that, Microsoft's not for free, but the web version is for free.
Definitely.
You can access many of the things there.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So if there's any other questions, please just raise your hand so that we can ask you to come off mute. I have also just popped a link to the feedback form in there. You will see that it is on Microsoft Forms. It is something that I whipped up in literally 2 minutes, if that much. Because when you put the question in, it already puts the answers in there. It's just so intuitive. Bongiswa, you can ask your question. Go off mute, please.
All right. Hi, Carolin. I just wanted to find out data protection as well as say cyber security for these type of programs, and especially with the AI. How do we protect ourselves? Because we've heard a lot of those happening around you. You're running a small business and then they want to rent some of this and that. How do we protect ourselves?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's a very good question and it's a very long answer, but it's all built in. So please rest assured that Microsoft has a built-in what they call Azure, where they can where your data is protected. There's a long and lots of websites on that where they promise that it will be protected, but unfortunately the proof is in the pudding. We don't know yet, but you don't have to worry about that at all. Make sure that you have a proper and not a free security system installed on your computer, for example Norton, which is also very affordable to have, that can also help you to protect your data. Yeah, but as far as that goes, that's what we can say now. The promises is out there because it's a huge concern to people. You're quite right.
Thank you.
Thank you. VR golf carts. Sorry, I don't know what your name is. I'm sure you're not called VR.
Yeah.
Hi there. Thanks for the information. Appreciate it. Just a comment on Sage One accounting package.
Yes.
For those that's looking for something more affordable than Sage One, I found Zoho Books to be quite a good one. And it's quite affordable. So it's just a suggestion from my side.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I just wanted to say thank you firstly, and also how do you set up like meetings? Obviously I've got my own email domain and all, but if I'm like maybe requesting my assistant to set up meetings for me, how do I go about doing that?
Okay, you can use the booking app with that's built into Microsoft already, and you can of course make you can create meetings in Outlook and in Google. So you'll just go and create a new appointment, and that will allow you to put the email address of the person that you want to make the booking with. Teams also do that. And so it's Outlook and it's Google Calendar and it is Teams. All of those you can use for that.
Okay, but will it show that?
Sorry, Sarah. Carolin, what she's asking is how does she give someone else access to her calendar so that she can...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, you can share the calendar, especially your Google Calendar can be shared. It's a very long answer, Sarah. I will put my details, or Elmarie, can we, someone else asked for it. You are welcome to reach out to me. The answer is going to be 10 minutes long, so I would love to share it with you.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
All right, Carolin, Carolin, you can put your email address in the in the chat so people can reach out to you after that. We have
Absolutely.
time
There
for
it
one
is.
more. Oh, there we go. Thank you. We have time for one more question. So Sheslin,
Awesome. Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
we can.
Lekker, lekker. Carolyn, thank you very much for enlightening us and sharing the digital platforms to us. But now,
Welcome.
howsoever, I came across with the Sage, and then Sage 1 I'm hearing for the first time now. Please, in that depth of a question from myself, do you think it's best to use them as a accounting process as well? Because like I said, I've encountered and I heard a lot about the Sage and etc.
Yeah.
Do you advise it's best to use them? Because as a small business owner, you would like to go with all the affordability and you schedule yourself your budget for certain
Yes.
assistance. Yeah.
Sorry, I actually didn't show you the screen on that. But yes, absolutely. I've been using, for the 27 years in this business, I've been using Pastel, the desktop version. It is extremely expensive. And I was over the moon the day they introduced Sage 1, which is the online version, and which of course you can share with your accountant. You can you can make your quotes, your invoices, your supply invoices, you can capture all your expenses, actually not capture it, import it, and it can draw up a trial balance and everything for you. Very popular with accountants as well, Jesslyn, most definitely. Yes, it's not for free. So you can go for Soho and all of those. It does not have the exact capability of doing things, but it is out there, and go and check it out. But Sage 1, I cannot tell you how thrilled I am about it. So user friendly. That's my main objective, because I have to teach people how to use these things. So the easier apps that I can find and that I use myself and I teach others, the more I will use that. So I can gladly tell you Sage 1 is the way to go. Absolutely.
Thank
And
you
it's
very much,
about,
Carolin.
it's around about 300 Rand per month,
Yeah.
saving you
Thanks,
lots of
Awesome.
Carolin. I think it's really important though that when you invest in a financial program is to make sure that you just sit down with your accountant that will show you how to allocate the invoices and the numbers and all of that in your account, just to give you an overview, and also as if you follow us on our in our community, Carolin from time to time do training specifically on specific pieces of software, just to give you an idea of how to use that. But it's very important that when you make that investment, it's not just the license that you buy. You have to make the investment in time in learning how to use it properly, because otherwise it's going to frustrate you, and it's going to, and it could be that it's not for where your business is at that stage. Maybe it's not the right program for you. There are simpler things that you can use in that.